Okay, I probably misspoke a while ago when I said fuel pump, because in reality, you can have issues with a lot of things. There's a little white thing right there. That may be an inline fuel filter. That could be stopped up. The fuel line could be stopped up. The fuel pump could be stopped up. This line, see, your gas comes from the tank up under here, up through here, and out through here. Now what I can do is I can pull this gas line loose from here, get me a mayonnaise jar like this plastic one. And by the way, if you ever do this, use a plastic jar, don't use glass, because if you drop a glass jar you can get an explosion. That's what Molotov cocktails are all about. But you know, I can drill a little hole in this, run that tube in here, spin this thing over. If it's pumping gas, it'll pump some in here, and if it's not, I'll know it's stopped up somewhere. So the next place I would look would be probably right down there where that fuel line is, and I might be able to take it loose and swing it down under the mower and run it out down here where I could get to it better. Probably if that is a fuel filter, it needs to be replaced. So let's start with first things first. I'll just take. I think I can pull this. Yeah, look at all that dirt falling out. It's gonna fall right down in the carburetor too. Yeah, take that away. That makes might make much difference. We'll get to that line right there. Right. It just occurred to me, if I did need a fuel pump, I could take one off this motor and put on there. I think they're the same. And this was a new one that I put on this one back when I was working on it. In fact, I've got another one down there in a box somewhere that I took off of this one. So yeah, I wouldn't have to spend any money. I could just swap them out. Oh, the joy. Yeah, see that little clip right there? Reach up in there with my leather man. See how dry that is? I think it's not going to be much of a doubt that there ain't no gas going to be coming out of that when I spin her over, but I'll spin her over just the same. Let's see what happens. Pretty sure nothing's going to happen. Nothing coming out of there. So the next place I'll take it apart will be over here. I'm expecting the problem is going to be that filter down there, but let's pop this line off. We're going to want to anyway. It's a little bit hard to get to. Usually just pop it loose down here. Try to shove it up under. Might need some longer pliers. It's got those little clips on the fuel line, and you have to squeeze them with the pliers to get them to come loose. I don't know if you can see it from where you're at. Right there. I might want to get this thing out of the way. I might make that a lot easier. This John Deere has this little plastic hickey right here. Take this screw out. Might be able to swing that back out of the way. Yeah, like this. That way I can get to where the fuel line is right there. starting to feel a little gas on my fingers, so it looks like I might have gas up to here. Although it wouldn't hurt, I get this off, put a new filter on that. Well, there's no gas running out of the filter, but there's gas running out down here. I would expect, if gas is flowing here and not there, then I would expect that this filter is the problem. Let's pull it off. Now, I got gas right there. I'm going to take, this is what I'm talking about having a bolt ready. Give me a little bolt, put it right there. It's not big enough, it was too big. That was too small. But it ain't leaking by much. Might not be a bad idea just to put a new line on that. I could also squirt a little air down in there and see if things flow back out, but I want to get something to stick in that hole. Definitely got no flow from the gas tank. I could try putting this here and squirting a little air in through the gas tank right here. Okay, I got gas coming out of there now. I went back and squirted air compressor in where the gas cap is. Got that flowing. Stick this bolt on there to try to slow that down while I get this back up in here. Up in here. I'm gonna put this clamp back up on here where that bolt is, and then go find another filter to put on this. So I didn't find another filter, but I blew this one out. I got good airflow through it. Let's just put it right back on there and see if that does the trick. Quite a lot of dirt that came out of that line. And it could have been just the line was stopped up. Let's see if I can get a couple drops of this to pour in here without any dirt in it, and then we'll spin her over. See if she runs. Oh, I better connect that other line back up before I do that. This one here that I took loose. Well, what I could do is sit this down here, put this on that, and we could spin it over and see if we got anything coming into that. Started getting a little bit right at the end there. Nice if I can get this to work without having to make a trip into town or spend any extra money, you know, on filters and things, you know. Always nice if you can fix something without having to make an in-town detour. Would do 2 drop some gas in here again. Be careful, I can pour this in without pouring any dirt in with it. Basically, I fixed that with an air hose. Just blew the gas filter and line out, and while I had it off, I blew the dirt out of the air filter. So